Yo, 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 yo! Yakapuy! Hey, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while, but we back at it again. Of course, it's your boy Boqueas 21, and today we going to the Philippines. Let's go. Whenever you want to go to Philippines, you want to say good morning. You say magandang umaga, good afternoon, magandang tanghali, good evening, magandang hapon, and good night, magandang gabi. So obviously with the Philippines, when you look at it, it's right here. It's obviously, like I said, kind of in Southeast Asia. It's archipelago next to the Pacific Ocean and the South China Sea. On the south, it hits the other countries of Brunei, Malaysia, Indonesia. Up north, you'll hit Taiwan and China. Now, with the Philippines, with its flag, very interesting, is different colors, red, white, and blue. Also with the yellow, with the stars. Now, the white representing the equal. Now, with the white representing liberty, fraternity, and equality. Blue representing peace, freedom, and justice. Red representing courage and patriotism. So with the sun within the middle, it's representing the unity, freedom, and people's democracy and the sovereignty. And as far as around the sun, you're gonna have these 8 raves. These are the original 8 provinces of the Philippines that fought back to win the independence against Spain, kind of just like the 13 colonies kind of thing that we did with the United States, right? But these are the 8 provinces representing Manila, Batangas, Bulacan, Cavite, Morong, which now has been translated into the province of Rizal, Laguna, and Nueva Ecija. And as far as the 3 stars on the corners with the white, these represents pretty much the main 3 different island regions, the north, central, and southern, which is Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Now, going back to the language of the lingua franca Tagalog, like I said, many different provinces. Within the entire country of the Philippines, there's over 180 different, not even dialects, but different languages that you might hear for sure. But the interesting is the 175 to 186 depicting more of Malayo-Polynesian kind of influence, which is very interesting because with the culture of the Philippines, with the history, obviously, depriving from the Austronesians, right? So being very similar, connected to like the Polynesian, Micronesian, Melanesian, as well as the cultures within there. But since they're also like located in Asia, they do have a lot of influence within their cuisine and things of that, as far as the demographics as well. And then also with them kind of mixed in with the Spanish, for the Spanish ruling over, with the Spanish actually ruling over the Philippines for 333 years. Was obviously really heavy influence with a lot of their customs, with the language as well, and even their names. You know what I mean? Like I have a Filipino friend, and his name's Juan Miguel Esperanza de Guia. He's Mexican. But anyways, so with this, as well, the United States did have occupation in the Philippines as well, for about 48 years. Obviously depicted from the President Theodore Roosevelt, which obviously people kind of hear about him here and there, but dude, this guy was a beast. There's a reason why they call him the bull or the moose. Some common phrases actually you might hear. I'll kind of show you a little bit. So obviously with the Tagalog, really heavily influenced. So if you want to kind of, if you speak Spanish, it might kind of come a little bit of some words. But trust me, once you dive in, it's different. It's totally different. You might kind of pick up things in here, but it's totally different. But here's the similarities. So like bicicleta, escuela, para, right? Things of that sort. And then some things that are similar but don't mean the same thing, like pera, right? And as well as kind of like, since it's really influenced, it's kind of similar to like the Pacific Islanders as well. You can even look at like the Samoan language, really similar. So mata, au, ako, ulu, ulo, inu, inum, iya, isda. Alright, so very interesting. Philippines very, very, very heavy influenced by a lot of other cultures. But very, very honestly really beautiful country, beautiful people. I remember when I had visited, I went to Palawan, Bulacan, and Manila, and pretty sure, in the near future I'm gonna go back as well. But I'm gonna visit some different provinces. But just to kind of show you a little bit of example of like how different the languages are. So with the up northern and Luzon, you have the Ilocanos. You also have other ones like the Pampangas and stuff like that. Manila, obviously Tagalog. Visayas, you have the Cebuanos. And the Mindanao, you have like Waray, Chabucano. Where Chabacano is really heavily Spanish influence. Some might say that it's pretty much Spanish. But just to kind of show you an example, if I were to say good morning in Ilocano, I would say Naimbagna Bigat. And if I'm going to say in Tagalog, like we went in the beginning of the video, it's Magandang Umaga. So definitely kind of similar pronunciation, maybe even seem the same, but at the same time, it's completely different. So obviously kind of influenced with the history of wanting to kind of get the people united. They had to kind of give up with the language to get people to kind of communicate with each other in a different sense, whether you're from Mindanao, whether from Luzon, Mindanao, or Visayas. One cool thing that's in the Philippines is they have a mouse deer that actually has fangs, so it's a little bit more like tusk, but it's really interesting, really astonishing, because it's kind of a date back of a prehistoric way of how animals kind of were a little bit, right? It's really crazy, but it's the mouse deer. But it's the mouse deer located in the southern part of Palawan, the island of Palawan. But with the name, there's typically named the Pilandok, which is so. National animal of the Philippines. Many may say the Philippine eagle, which is obviously one of the coolest eagles. Kind of have like its own like kind of like a fro kind of mohawk kind of thing. So super sick. Very large talent. But in actuality, the national animal of the Philippines is actually the carabao. So the carabao is pretty much it's like a water buffalo type of species. Very cool, very versatile. A lot of them use it just for labor. But it's be kind of cool. I've seen kind of videos of some people actually have it as pets. So that's what's up. Another famous person you might hear about is Jose Rizal, which Jose Rizal was pretty much the savior, the hero of the Philippines. Yeah, he pretty much became the national hero of the Philippines, obviously fighting against the Spanish revolt. If you want to check him out and kind of deep dive in there, I definitely would if I were you. I kind of go over this video, but it's very quite a bit of info. Another one obviously is Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, obviously one of the best boxers in not even the world but in history. And actually is a congressman in the. And what's actually cool is he's actually from the island of Mindanao, which for some reason if anybody knows about it, like hit me in the comments and kind of describe kind of how it goes, and I'll kind of do a video about it. But in different regions, so the Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao has kind of had a reputation of it's more like a terrorist kind of place, seeming as it's been disconnected from the rest of the Philippines, and obviously really heavily Islamic influence. But yeah, if anybody knows, or anyone that's Filipino that kind of knows what's going on or kind of wants to break it down, hit me in the comments and see because I most likely would definitely want to know to see what's going on there. But yeah, as far as that's a little Philippines in a really small nutshell. There's so much to go over with this country. It was definitely very difficult to kind of pinpoint what exactly to put in here. But like I said, thanks for watching. That's the Philippines in a nutshell. I guess hopefully you guys get a little bit of info, but until then, very appreciated. Let's kind of hit that subscribe, like. Let's get up there at least to 100K. Let's do this, okay? But yeah, guys, very appreciative. Until next time, salamat sa panonood. Mag-subscribe, mag-like, at makita kita tayo sa susunod na video. Paalam.